What's good, everyone? Logan Stone here, and I just got done door dashing. I went for like 4.5 hours, made $108, almost 25 an hour. So I'm happy about that. But anyways, I'm on my way home. I just figured I'd shoot a quick little video. So today I'm going to be talking about skinny people who say they can't gain weight. So you're a skinny person. You're eating a lot of food. You have a fast metabolism. You're genetically skinny. You've been skinny your whole life, and you just can't gain weight. You can't bulk up. Something's holding you back. Essentially, you're a hard gainer, and you just want to know. You want to know the secret to why you can't gain weight. The number one secret to why you're stuck at whatever weight you are, being skinny. You're not able to bulk up. All right, guys. Here's the secret. The secret is that you're not in a calorie surplus. Let me say that again. You're not in a calorie surplus. You're not consuming more calories than you're burning. And you're either not consuming enough calories in the form of food or liquid, whatever. It's really simple, guys. I say it all the time, over and over again. Whether you gain or lose weight depends on if you're in a calorie surplus or a deficit. If you're burning more calories than you're consuming, you're in a calorie deficit and you will lose weight. If you're consuming more calories than you're burning, you're in a calorie surplus and you will gain weight. If you're burning as many as you're consuming, you're going to be in equilibrium, which puts you at maintenance. You're going to maintain your weight. It's simple, guys. If you're not gaining weight, that means you're not in a calorie surplus and you're not consuming enough calories. Now, here's the thing about a lot of skinny people. They think they're unaware that they're not eating enough, or they just don't have the discipline to eat enough food to bulk up. It's one of the two things usually. The first one is that a lot of people, skinny people, think they eat a lot of food, but really they don't. What they do is they eat one big meal a day and they go the entire day without eating. Like they'll essentially do like fasting or feasting, whatever you want to call it. That's not eating a lot of food, guys. Okay, so here's the thing. Until you're eating like 3,000 to 4,000 calories minimum every day consistently, you don't really know what it's like to eat a lot of food, especially when you space out throughout the day. You're just eating all the time. That's what eating a lot of food is. Not just eating one big meal and not eating the rest of the day. That's not eating a lot of food. That's called fasting or feasting, whatever you want to call it, I guess. But essentially, a lot of skinny people will do that, and they think they eat a lot of food, but really they're not actually eating that many calories. Another thing they do too is they have no idea what their calorie intake is. They intuitively eat. They just eat according to their appetite, and they eat foods they have no idea the calorie content. This is why I'm not really a big fan of intuitive eating if you're trying to lose or gain weight. Sure, if you're trying to maintain, it can work well, but if your goal is you're dedicated to either losing or gaining weight, I recommend you know your calories and you hit a calorie target every day. That's the most optimal way to do it. But skinny people eat a lot of foods that aren't calorie dense and think that's eating a lot, and really it's not. Or they don't even know their calories, so they're unaware. The other kind of groups of skinny people that have a hard time gaining weight is people that just simply lack the discipline to eat enough calories. They know that they need to eat in a calorie surplus to gain weight, but they just can't do it. They're not hungry. They don't want to eat. They don't feel like eating. They're too busy to eat, which is another stupid excuse, by the way. Anyways, if you're really trying to gain weight, you want to gain weight, you can't just make it a thing you can do sometimes. You need to make it a priority. Just like losing weight, you need to hit your calorie target. If you're a skinny person, you struggle to hit your calories in, you know what you need to do? You need to make yourself eat. Force yourself to eat the calories or consume the calories. Don't go to bed until you're done eating, until you've hit your calorie target for the day. That's what I do when I'm bulking. I don't go to bed until I've hit my calories for the day. I don't have an option. It's what I have to do because it's what I want to do. It's what I need to accomplish. So, literally, don't go to sleep till you hit your calorie target. And guess what? Over time, you'll get used to force feeding. You might not be comfortable. You might have to force feed. And that's just what it is. See, a big part of today's diet culture is honoring your hunger, which I think is good, but it's not the most optimal strategy if you're trying to lose or gain weight. You're going to have to sometimes go against your hunger, or maybe not go against, but find tricks to outsmart your hunger, I guess you could say. Like if you're losing weight, you could eat less calorie dense foods, like more fruits and vegetables. If you're trying to gain weight, you can eat higher calorie dense foods. Foods that are smaller but have more calories in them. That's one trick you can do. See, you got to find whatever tricks you can do to get your calories in if you're a hard gainer. Another thing you can do too is you can make mass gainer shakes. You can make protein shakes. You can put peanut butter, high calorie dense foods in there that are healthy. You can make healthy mass gainer shakes. Another trick, which is a really big one, is if you're trying to gain weight and you're a hard gainer, you're already kind of pounding down tons of carbs and protein, up your fat intake. There's nothing wrong with upping your fat intake. Like if you're eating enough carbs and proteins and you're trying to gain weight, up your fat intake. Eat healthier fats. There's all kind of healthier fats you can eat. Now, finally, if you're doing all these things and you're still struggling, then this is what I recommend you do a bit of if it fits your macros, or a bit more cheat meals. If you have such a fast metabolism, you're eating so much healthy food already, enough carbs, fats, proteins, whatever, start incorporating some more like so-called junk foods in your diet. Don't make that your entire diet. Eat mostly healthy, but if you have to incorporate a bit to gain weight, that's okay. Essentially, you just have to do whatever you gotta do to get your calories down. So, to sum things up, really, if you're skinny and you're not gaining weight, it's because you're not in a calorie surplus. Either you're unaware of it and you need to understand what your calories are and you need to hit it. And if you're still not able to because you lack the discipline, you just gotta have the mindset knowing you might not be comfortable, but long term, you're gonna gain weight. If you're in a calorie surplus, you're gonna gain weight. If you're in a calorie surplus and you're training hard, you're progressively overloading at the gym, you're gonna gain muscle and bulk up. It's that simple, guys. So that's what you gotta do. You just gotta get your calories in and do some of the tricks I've told you to get your calories in. But that's all it really comes down to, guys. Now, that's all to say today, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.